Stunning developments inside the courtroom today. The defendant, Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib, says he wants to do this all alone and does not want any legal representation. Bombshell in the court. At just 23 and with no degree in law, Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib fired his court-appointed federal defenders. Told the judge he wants to represent himself. Wearing prison-issued khaki-colored pants and shirt and blue tennis shoes, Abdul Muttalib told Judge Nancy Edmonds he had discussed the issue several times with his attorneys. The final meeting happened this morning, and he told the judge, quote, "After the discussion, I decided it would be in my best interest to represent myself." When pressed by the judge for specifics and asked if he at least wanted to try out new attorneys, he said, quote, "I feel any representation I have, there will always be a conflict of interest." Abdul Muttalib is accused of trying to detonate a bomb on a flight from Amsterdam to Detroit on Christmas Day. He faces 6 counts, including attempted murder and attempting to use weapons of mass destruction. He could spend life in prison if convicted. Judge Edmonds asked Abdul Muttalib if he had ever studied law or represented anyone in court. He said no. She asked if he's familiar with the rules of a criminal procedure. He said no. When she told him if he knew he'd have to ask himself questions if he's a witness, he said, "I guess so." The judge gave him many opportunities to change his mind, strongly urged him not to represent himself, but he remained firm. Do you think it was smart of him to do something like this, or what was your advice to him?
It's never smart for somebody to represent themselves.
I'm sorry,
were you surprised when he...
I have no comment. It's never good. It's not a good idea to represent yourself.
After the hearing, one of his attorneys made some brief comments. What's your experience with the client? Was he easy to work with, or had talks broken down?
Watch out, no comment. Please, 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 guys.
Did he ever say what his problem was with his group of attorneys?
No.
Federal prosecutors declined to comment about the case. So did this man who was in court and once said he represented the suspect's family members. Abdul Muttalib today did hint that he may intend to plead guilty to some of the charges against him. Meantime, the judge did appoint some standby counsel for him. He'll be able to ask them some questions, seek some of their advice, but they will not be able to actually negotiate with the government on his behalf. He's pretty much going to be doing this all alone. We're live downtown. Michael Rosenfield, Channel 7 Action News.
Big development. Thank you, Michael.